Hello, my honeys. This is Kamara, the Black Dove Oracle. Let's get into your November reading. All signs. These will be short, quick, and to the point. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back. If you've subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate you. If you're brand new here, my name is Kamara. I'm a psychic medium. I channel spirit, my ancestors, as well as the Divine Sibyls, who were the first oracles in ancient times. So welcome to my channel. We're going to get started with Aries. What in November will be your energy in November, Aries? Please know these are collective readings. If you want to get a personal reading, all of my information is in the description box below. I will not contact you in comments or other platforms for a personal reading. You must reach out to me. Okay, Aries, what energy are you going to be in November? Guardian angel. You're not alone. You know, Aries, I think in the month of November, you're going to be taking stock of your relationships. There's something I think that you're just trying to figure out in terms of, who's loyal to you, who isn't. You're kind of taking like an end of year, even though it's November, you're taking a little bit of an inventory. We have Two of Wands here. I mean, you're looking at everything from a larger perspective in November. You're wondering, like, with this hand reached out, you're wondering, like, who does support me? If I really did truly need help, who would be there? I think this is a time that you're going to be reflecting on a lot of your old relationships. I think you're evaluating them. You're wondering, do they still serve you? Can you still serve them? Like it might be a mutual thing. I don't think you really have I don't think it's really negative. I think it's more of a factual check-in with yourself in November. And I mean, towards the end of the month, there's a holiday, and you may be even wondering, how do you want to spend that time? So, that's what will be coming up for you. Anything else in the month of November for Aries? Anything else? I would say, yeah, there's Four of Cups. You're really going to be wondering who. Maybe for some of you, you may have an issue you want to speak in more depth with someone, but you're kind of wondering who that might be. You have the Five of Dream Catchers. You might be experiencing some kind of issue that feels a little sensitive in November, and you're wondering, who could you talk to that would, first of all, understand the issue, second of all, wouldn't put your business all the way out there, and now you're concerned that that's even a thought of yours. Three of Candles, Three of Wands, I would say. I think this is going to be a time where you're really taking an inventory of who and what's around you. And Death card, I think you're going to be making some serious changes in your life. I think it's as a result of something serious coming up and you realizing there may not be the kind of support around you that you need. So that's what I have for you, Aries. If we're looking at this may involve water signs, Cancers, Pisces, Scorpio. It might involve other fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and anything else that I see. Maybe a few earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Yeah. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Thanks so much. Let's move on to the next one. Hello, Leo. So welcome to your November quick temperature check-in for November. So what energy are you going to be in, Leo, for the month of November? You're actually going to be in a very emotional energy. We have the Water Guardian here. I think you're going to have some time in November to really settle with some kind of I'm hearing some kind of emotion you've been feeling that you kind of been stuffing away. Maybe you've just been kind of delaying it. We have the Knight of Swords here. Could be someone that you're involved with in a relationship, someone who's very impulsive, moves very quickly. And I think that, yeah, it could even be someone who's financially not doing well. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. But I do sense that there's a very, how do I want to say, deep entanglement here, Leo. The Devil card's coming up. This might be kind of a difficult situation emotionally to get away from. I think you were hoping this person was going to be more in a King of Swords energy, someone who's very logical, factual, but you're finding that they're a little bit more immature than you anticipated. And now I think by the end of November, you're going to be looking at kind of balancing out this relationship, or at least balancing out your life, how much time you're going to be dedicating to this person, because there's just some things that don't fit for you. And Spirit is saying that you may be deciding in the month of November to exercise some other options. Anything else for Leo? Last card, yeah, you're being told to exercise your judgment. There's some things that you need to understand about this person before going into a deeper situation with them. But that's what I have for you, Leo. All right, let's go on to the next fire sign. I believe that's Sagittarius. Hello, Sagittarius. The month of November is coming up. Let's do a quick reading for you. What energies are you going to be in the month of November? And what is it that you may need to pay attention to? Please check your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe even your Venus sign, I'm hearing. So, Sagittarius, you're going to be in your own energy. You have the sun sign here. I mean, not necessarily, sometimes it's Leo, but just in the sun. Sagittarius, you're going to be in fire energy in the month of November. Let's find out what is going to be. Yeah, you're going to be enjoying success. You're going to be feeling pretty happy. Yeah, Spirit is saying here, look, you've got the sun again. Something is happening for you in the month of November, Sagittarius. It's going to make you very happy. Maybe you're getting some accolades. You're getting some, you're glowing up in the month of November. Yeah, I think your Seven of Swords is in reverse here. You are leaving behind, a lot of, the energy of feeling like you had to prove yourself, that you had to, kind of be mentored by someone. Someone is going, in the month of November for Sagittarius, you are finally proving who you are. And people are actually seeing it. You have the sun twice here, two different decks. You are going to be highly visible. People are looking at you. They're looking at your success. They look at where you're going. So this is going to be a very good month for you, Sagittarius. All right, take care. Hello, Cancer. How are you? Welcome to your reading for the month of November. You can check your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe even your Venus sign if you want to get a very good sense of what might be happening for you in the month of November. Cancer, let's check out what will be your main energy for the month of November. What's Cancer's energy? Cancer's energy for the month of November. You got two cards here, Direction Guardian as well as the Snake. You're going to be leaving behind some things in the month of November, Cancer. You're finally at a place where you want to choose a new direction on your path. And Spirit is saying this is probably a good time to do that. I think many of you have been really keeping to yourself about the moves that you're making next. But in the month of November, you are going to make some really definitive choices about your path. Yeah, especially when it comes to ideas around money, how you're moving when it comes to issues of money. You have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You're also going to be looking at where do you live, where do you lend, I'm hearing, your intellectual property. There's something here. I think a lot of this is just changes on how do you want to move your work forward. Many of you, it's how do you want to move your work forward? How do you want to be, I'm even hearing perceived in maybe in your career, your workplaces. But yeah, this new direction that you're going, it's time for you to make a new move, a new change. And Cancer, this month you're going to be doing that. You may not be announcing it to a broad audience, but you are starting that movement. Okay, Cancer, take care. Hello, Pisces. So welcome to your November quick read, energy read. So let's find out, what energy will you be in for the month of November. You got two cards too. You've got the Heart Guardian, very nice, as well as Great Teacher. It says, let yourself be loved. Learn from spiritual experiences. I think, Pisces, in the month of November, you're going to be meeting someone who's very charismatic, but also highly spiritual. This person, they are really going to resonate with your heart in the month of November. Say more, Spirit. Yeah, this person, wow, this is going to be someone that you might envision having a longer term relationship with, even going to a 10 of Cups kind of situation where you all are, I'm hearing kind of blending families. Maybe some of you might have a child already or children, and this person might have a child too. There's a deep connection here with someone. And I think that, it's just looking for some of you, this might be an LGBTQIA connection as well. Full moons here, it's going to be, yeah, you might see this person as a high priestess. This might be someone who's highly intuitive, someone who's got a little bit of mysterious edge to them. But you know, Pisces, this is kind of matching your energy here. This could be you, but I actually think that these are mirrored energies you're going to be experiencing with this person. Yeah, anything else, Spirit, that you want to say about this connection? It might be the connection that you have been looking for, someone you can see building a future with. Yeah. Spirit is just advising that you just use your judgment, take things slowly. But the ancestors, this is also an ancestral card for me. They may have a hand in this, Pisces, in terms of you meeting that person. You see their little skulls there. They're like, yeah, we might have something to do with that. All right. So happy for you, Pisces. I wanted to say Cancer. This person could be a Cancer, but you know, very interesting. All right, my Pisces, have a good month. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your November energy check. It's just a quick read, let you know what energy you're going to be in, maybe something of what that energy is bringing towards you in the month of November. Well, you are definitely going to be in an energy of how do I want to say, the quiet warrior. The quiet warrior. This is that kind of, you're going to be in your element in the month of November. Surprise, surprise. But I do think that, Scorpio, you are going to be, um, it's funny. I'm seeing you be very calm, very strategic in a situation, but also ready to fight. Ready to make your opinion known. What is this about, Spirit? Yeah, this might be with family. Maybe you're going to be with family during the holiday at the end of November, and there is going to be opportunities, Spirit is saying, for you to bring out your opinions about things. Maybe you've been a little quiet. Maybe you've been kind of just, how I want to say, concerned with other things. But, you know, when we get the Six of Swords, you might be moving on especially after you have to take, some of you might have some choice words with someone, maybe even something that's a little bit of a passionate conversation. You may end up leaving this family situation, but ultimately you're going to make your stance known on something. Sounds like you, Scorpio. All right. Make sure that you check out your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Okay. Happy November, Scorpio. Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your November energy reading, all signs. Make sure that you check your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe even your Venus sign. But let's get into your reading. Taurus, what energy are you going to be in for the month of November? What energy is Taurus going to be in for the month of November? You're going to be in warrior energy. It says you're going to be fearless and strong. In the month of November, you're really standing on all 10 toes. I'm hearing that. You are really standing on business in the month of November, Taurus. What is this regarding, Spirit? Yeah. And you're looking pretty good doing it. You're going to be attracting people with that energy, okay, Taurus? Yeah, maybe even a Queen of Swords, somebody who is pretty intellectual, someone that you would say is kind of, they're more the logical, heady type, but there is something about this person. Yeah, you're going to be building with this person. You might be working on a project together. Maybe you both are coming up with some kind of business idea. And you know what? I think the word is going to get around that you both are working together. And this energy, it might be like some kind of activism or something that you're going to be doing with this person, a real brainiac, I'm hearing. So you're going to be connecting with someone in the month of November, Taurus. And this might be, from what I'm seeing, more of a platonic thing at first, but then we have these like two of crystals. There may be some other connection that starts to happen as a result of this, but I'm not seeing anything like super deep on the love end. But you are going to be fighting against something, standing up for something, which, if you're in the United States or really anywhere, you're going to be in that energy, perhaps. We have the Hierophant. Spirit is saying that this connection, you're being brought together spiritually as well. It may not be apparent at first, but as you both deepen into this connection, I think that this was meant to be some type of collaboration that will go into the spiritual realm at some point. But right now, this is your energy during the month of November, Taurus. All right, thank you. Hello, Virgo. How are you? Welcome to your energy check for the month of November. We're doing all signs here. You could check your moon, your sun, your rising sign, maybe even your Venus sign. So, Virgo, what energy are you going to be in during the month of November? Ooh, shaman energy, as well as the earth guardian. You're going to be really deeply in your element, and for many of you, this is about tapping into higher forces. Well, I think at the same time, you have a very rooted way of approaching your spirituality, Virgo. And this is going to be something that doesn't go unnoticed by others. You are going to be in your power during the month of November. I'm hearing from Spirit, even in your element. So, what is happening with these energies of the shaman? Um, Things, whatever you're doing, you're getting ready to participate in something that's going to be life changing for you, Virgo. That's very interesting. Yeah, something that you have been wanting to do for some while, something that's starting new. This Ace of Wands, it's going to come out as a spark of inspiration, something that you will have a realization about in the month of November. I think what is going to happen, the Temperance card is in reverse. You're being guided during the month of November, Virgo, to actually go outside your comfort zone. Be okay with things not being in balance. You might need to see what the other side feels like. You might need to see what, or experiment with different kinds of energy. And Spirit is saying here, you may be called to do some underworld, underground, unconscious work, things that are a little bit more shadowy, things that maybe right now you never really dabble in. You may be dabbling in the month of November. Okay, Virgo, good to see you and have a happy November. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your November energy check. These will be quick readings. You can check your sun, your moon, your rising sign, and maybe your Venus, Mars sign. Whatever you feel would give you a whole picture of the energy of November for you. But let's start off with that energy check. Ooh, you're going to be in High Priest energy, Capricorn, during this month of November. So you're going to really be looking at your intentions during this time. You're also going to be looking at what are you creating. It's almost as if you're going inward and trying to figure out, are you matching your intention with the things that you want to create in life? You're going to be doing some kind of reevaluation during this month. Yeah, Nine of Wands, I think you're also going to be observing carefully those communities that you're involved in. You may be looking at things, and you're not going to announce this or make it very obvious, but you're looking at where those environments that you've been in, are they the environments that are going to support you, nurture you? Maybe even you're looking at, is this an environment where I'll meet my match, my perfect partner, my soulmate? And you're kind of looking at all of this and you're wondering if this is fitting your life, your financial goals, as well as just where you want to be, even emotionally. You don't often tap into that part of yourself, but I think emotional support, where, finding partnership, starting new things financially, this is going to all be on the top of your mind in the month of November, Capricorn. Okay, take care. Hello, Libra. What is your energy like for the month of November? Let's do a quick energy check-in, and we'll read a couple of cards. You can check your sun, your moon, your rising sign. Okay, Libra, what energy are you going to be in? Oh, you're going to be you're going to be in a situation in the month of November where you're really trying to mend some broken arrows here. You're going to be trying to mend some relationships in the month of November. It's going to be on your mind. Maybe you've been feeling estranged from people. Maybe you've been feeling like you've been kind of to yourself during the, previous to this. And some of you, I don't know why I'm seeing that, but some of you might have been grieving. You might have just been in your own energy for a while. But during the month of November, I think you're trying to bring everybody back together again. During the month of November, you're really looking at how your own depression, maybe your own sadness has really, you've been trying to keep that from people. And I think in the month of November, you're just going to allow for yourself to be in your own energy. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you want to fix things. I think you might even want, I'm going to take this back. I think you want to mend things with yourself. I think there's been a lot of guilt with this grief, and you're just going to go within in the month of November. I think you're going to be kind of quiet. People are going to figure that you are grieving, but there is something in the month of November that you're just really needing to connect with your own energy during that time. So that was a little bit of a switch around, but I got it in the end. You're connecting with your own energy, Libra. So take care. All right. Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your energy check for the month of November. Doing all signs really quick. You can check your sun, your moon, your rising, even your Venus or your Mars signs. But let's get into Gemini, the energy you're going to be in during the month of November. You are going to be in some kind of passionate energy in the month of November. We have the fire guardian here. Let's see what this is about. What is this about, Spirit, for Gemini in a month? Yeah, we have the Wheel card. upright. We have 9 of Pentacles upright, as well as the Emperor. We have the Sun, and we have the 8 of Cups. You know, in the month of November, you are tapping into a very passionate idea, something that you haven't been really, well, here's what I will say. I said an idea, but I think it's a person, Gemini. You've been looking at this emperor. Maybe this emperor's been looking at you. And there's a few people in between you have noticed this energy exchange that's been happening between the both of you. You would rather keep things a little bit on the under. I don't know how that's going to go because the Sun card is here. I think people are paying attention to the exchanges between you and this person. You both may in November decide that you're going to take a little trip. You're going to do something together. We have 8 of Cups here. You might even go, I don't know why I'm hearing camping. That sounds kind of cold in the month of November, but I guess it depends where you are. But I think there's some budding, developing relationship in the month of November, Gemini, that will be getting underway. All right. Take care. All right, Libra, how are you? 555 was on the clock when we got started with you. So, we didn't even put Aquarius. Oh, I said Libra. Okay, hold on. We've got a lot of things going on here. Aquarius. Now, this is your energy, Aquarius. There's a lot going on. You might be dealing with a Libra or a Gemini. I don't know why that's coming up. I mean, those are your other 2 fellow air signs, but that started off interesting. What is going to be your energy in the month of November, Aquarius? You're going to be a little bit on the mysterious secret side in the month of November. I wonder what that's about. Let's find out. If we can, if you want to share it. Yeah, I think you're looking at making some changes in your life. We have the Death card in reverse. Yeah, you are looking at maybe you are going to make some very quick moves. What is this going to be in regards to, Spirit? It may be in regards to a long-term relationship. We have a Page of Pentacles upright and an Ace of Wands. What about this long-term relationship that you're going to be making moves on? I kind of have a feeling about it, but let's see. In the month of November, Aquarius, what moves are you making? Because you are making some kind of change. And with this change, yeah. You have 2 of Potions. I do think that you are going to be maybe taking the next step in a relationship, Aquarius. You either, this take where it resonates. Some of you may ask somebody to become engaged. Some of you might elope. Some of you might decide to move in together. There is something happening in the month of November that is going to be deepening the current relationship that you're in. Now, my honeys, like I said, if none of this has resonated with your own sun sign, make sure to check your moon, your rising sign, your Venus and your Mars. Okay, my honeys, have a nice November, and I'll see you soon. Take care.